We've got Jack as our official referee this morning.
I like Jack.
I love Jack. Jack's a good guy. He's smiling all the time. He does a fantastic job as a ref as well. He's an attorney, so I would imagine he would do something like refereeing very well.
Keep everybody in line.
All right, we're off to the races, guys. All right. Now, sometimes, in my experience watching Ben, he starts off a little slow sometimes, gets down maybe 2 or 3 points to start, but he will ultimately get going, and there's no question about that. All right, that out call there. We've also got Brittany Hupschman behind us doing the scoreboard. Thank you, Brittany, for that. We absolutely love having people volunteer their time to do the scoreboard.
Couldn't do it without him.
Yeah, and
we literally could not.
She actually said she was like a scorekeeper for basketball in her former glory, so she's a pro at it. All right, Ben hitting that two-handed backhand just wide. It's early this morning. We're on day 4. We've had a lot of rain delays and pushbacks and late play. So these guys are waking up. They're going to be filling each other out, and you're going to see some unforced errors up front and early here. But as they get loose and get going, I'm sure they'll clean up those mistakes. That ball was hit out. It was deep. It's a good call by Ben Johns there.
Ball in the booth here.
Ball in the booth, that's what we call it.
Yeah.
Eddie, how are you feeling after 4 days of nonstop action?
I think now it's one of those where you're just kind of so pumped up for the day that you're relying on your own adrenaline and grit to get you through. But, man, I'm excited. And we'll be with you till the end. We're not quitting on you.
Nope. We'll be here to the middle. Oh, he did a tweener. However, that tweener, have you ever tried that, Eddie?
I have, and it did not work out well.
I've tried it like 17 times. And I've never gotten it to go over the net.
Yeah, and a lot of these pros like to do it and make it look easy. And so, the funny thing is after watching a lot of high-level play like this, I go back to the courts, and I kind of feel like, yeah, these are the shots I'm going to be able to take. And then I realize
totally
very quickly that that's not the case.
Absolutely. And also, we normally have a microphone for the referee. I don't think they mic'd him up this morning, so it may be a little hard to hear the score. But fortunately, we've got it on the screen for everybody.
That's right.
That was an excellent drive. That passing shot went exactly where Ben Johns wanted it to go. Again, this game's 1-15, win by 2. Adam choosing to pull that trigger on the backhand there, but Ben put such soft touch on it, it stayed below the net, unattackable there. Adam uncharacteristically is missing a couple of these shots that he normally doesn't. I think it's a combination of playing Ben Johns. Number one, you have to hit it a little extra and a little more angles and things like that. But also I think it's just early. It's day 4. He's probably feeling a little fatigued just from the whole day. Oh, what a get by Ben. Such soft hands there. And then he has to scramble back across the other side. Good shot by Adam Stone to force that error there.
And I'm starting to notice that we're seeing a little bit more cat and mouse today, a little bit more than we did on Friday when they were playing a lot of their pool matches. I wonder if we're going to see more of that. Is that strategic? Is that based on the fact that this is day 4 of the tournament and people are feeling it? I wonder if that's going to make an impact there.
Yeah, that's a great question. And, the rally scoring is still – they're having to switch their modes back and forth because they've been playing regular scoring for the last 2 days. So this is interesting to see how it's going to go. Ben said, "Where's your backhand?" Because it obviously is still asleep in the hotel room.
Yeah. Still trying to wake up.
He's shaking his head like, come on, let's go, get it together. But, I mean, luckily Adam's forehand is still asleep, I think, in the hotel room as well.
Yeah. So, Scott, I think this is actually 2-11.
I apologize then. I was actually told bad information. And
Well, I think it's everything but the quarterfinals, semifinals, and finals are 1-15. And then quarters, semis, and finals are.
Right. So, again, I was given bad information because
Gotcha.
I was told quarterfinals were 1-15. No worries. We adjust on the fly really well, don't we, Eddie? We're like
That's right.
chameleons. We'll just blend in with our surroundings here.
We do it up.
So I'm glad you figured that out because I was under the impression it was 1-15. So there we go. Adam Stone is not out of the woodwork yet.
No, he's not.
He has to perform here in game 2. 11-4 was the final of that first one, correct?
11-6.
I'm sorry, 11-6. Oh, yeah, the rally scoring. Sometimes that messes with me even. All right, so Ben Johns is going to kick off game 2 from the other side, serving to Adam. 0-0. It's great ball placement by Ben Johns. One thing that just stands out to me about Ben is like he looks effortless when he's playing singles or doubles and very efficient with his court movement and his shot selection and overall just ability to move that ball around the court with such ease.
Got a question from, I believe it's Elo Penn on Facebook. What is rally scoring? Do you want to describe that real quick, Scott?
Sure, I'd love to. Rally scoring is no different than regular scoring, except for the fact that every time the ball is getting hit, when there's a point that gets made by either player, it's a point for that person. So it doesn't matter if you're serving or receiving. And in traditional pickleball, it's important to note that you can only score when you're the serving team.
Very well said.
Thank you, sir. That's on 2 hours of sleep.
Nice.
I was here at 5 o'clock this morning for an interview with the local news. So,
Fun news crew was here.
yeah, fun crew there. I taught them how to play some pickleball between the first segment and second segment.
They hooked already?
They're hooked.
Yeah.
They're absolutely hooked. It's already 4-0 in the blink of an eye here. Again, Brittany doing a great job keeping our score up to date. Well done. All right, 1-4. And Jack doing an incredible job not having any mistakes up to this point with the rally scoring. He switched right back into that mode and is game on.
That's got to be tough, especially because you rarely get the opportunity to referee rally scoring. And so you kind of just get in this rhythm. And then to know that you have to completely change it when you've developed these habits, that must be really hard to do from a referee's perspective.
It absolutely is, I think. And they've got to have some type of like mindset shift. Like he's staying focused on telling himself, every time the ball gets put into play, it's a point for someone. Mm-hmm. And that's a difficult thing to do, especially if you got to stay engaged. That's a great shot.
Wow.
Not only did he put that ball into the kitchen cross court, but when he did, it kicked.
It kicked out.
It actually kicked sideways. If he could just do that every time, I think he has a chance to
That's an easy shot.
take Ben down.
He should just be able to do that every time.
Every single time. That was an impressive shot by Adam Stone. Look at the recovery from Ben. Did you see that?
Mm-hmm.
Not only did he have to extend out fully to get that backhand, but then he was able to recover to the forehand side, and that ball was ripped. It wasn't a dink. Impressive. Another shot by Adam. Yeah, I think Adam. Okay, so he went for that lob, hoping that Ben couldn't recover fast enough. That was not the case. Once it went up there, he just took one for the team,
Mm-hmm.
and this is a team of one.
Jan, please report to the tournament desk. Jan to the tournament desk.
All right, Adam's got a little bit of moisture on his feet. We're seeing that in these early matches, some
Yep.
moisture on the ball, on the paddle, and I think that is important to note because if you're watching from home, you don't see the moisture on
Right.
the court or the paddles or the ball or their shoes, but that will affect top spin, under spin, side spin, and just overall ability to keep the ball in. At times, you'll see them sometimes wipe that paddle on their sleeve or on their shorts, and that's in an attempt to get that moisture off the face of the paddle so that the ball will grip.
You know, when you miss a serve like that in rally scoring, that really hurts because not only is it a side out, it's also a point for your opponent.
Which can be like a good thing
Yeah.
for you if you're the one not missing the serve. It can be a terrible thing if you are the one that's missing the serve. Personally, from a viewing standpoint, I thought the rally scoring went over very well.
I agree. Yeah, I think so far it's worked out really well. Obviously, the matches are much faster